Good Doctor Who. Today I'm going to be talking about basically my top 5 monsters of Doctor Who. This is all new Who monsters, sorry Classic Who, but I did talk about my classic top 5 stories, so check that out. But right now I'm going to talk about my 5 Doctor Who villains of all time, the best. So let's get into it. Basically, at first I'm going to talk about the Zygons. I absolutely love the Zygons. Now they are kind of a classic villain as well. You know, they've been in Classic Who, they originated from Classic Who, and they got brought back in the 50th, and then they got brought back for 12. And they might get brought up again in the near future with the Truthful Consequences, with them being humans or they're not being humans. That's the brilliance of a Zygon. They're shapeshifters, you have no clue who they are, they can be whoever they want, and that's creepy, that's different, and they can come and kill you. They can come into your homes dressed as your loved one and kill you, and that's what they're good at. They're brilliant at that. They're Zygons, they're big red rubber things covered in suckers, and yeah, they're funny, weird creatures that wandering about, plobbing along, but they are dangerous, and they have a very iconic look and voice, and they do definitely give a threat to the Doctor, and I think they are a key part in Doctor Who now, especially being in the 50th, and especially with the 12th Doctor story, with them being mixed together with humans in as the treaty. Basically, they've got to stick together really, and I think one day maybe humans and Zygons will be able to get together like the Silurians. Anyway, next up will be my talk on the Weeping Angels. I absolutely love the Weeping Angels. Yes, they're not up the top of the list, but they're so good at like that. You're looking at them, they're stone, you blink or you turn around, they come, they've got you, you know, lights out with the thick of their hands, they're coming for you, and they're quite creepy and scary ways of doing all sorts of different ways. And even Titan Comets can do it, you know, they're in a World War setting. They had a Titan Comets story where the Weeping Angels in the World War, and I was like, this has got to be on the TV. Can we see Weeping Angels in World War? That would be so good. Army men shooting, there's so many bullets, you're blinking a lot, there's so much stuff going in your eyes and everywhere. Weeping Angels coming to get you, that would be so interesting and so different. And there's so much more stuff you can do with the Weeping Angels, I think. A lot of people think they've done too much on it now. Class has killed it off. I don't think so. I think there's so much more that the Weeping Angels can do. So yeah. And now, at basically 3rd place, we've got Sontarans. I love the Sontarans, unless they're weak spot in the back of the vent. Apart from that, I would love to see the Sontarans versus the Rutans. They're always talking about that war they had, so that would be nice to see. They just kill people for sport. They're just using planet for breeding, so they can make more clones. They've got so many interesting stories from Classic Who. Yet again, another classic monster being brought into New Who, but I prefer the New Who designs from David Tennant era, but I wouldn't mind seeing a new design. And they are definitely fun creatures to behold, apart from Strax, that makes them a bit too comedic. But I am very interested to see another Sontaran story, especially with Unit. That would be good. Unit and Sontarans, definitely. And now, we've done 3. We've got 2 left. Who could they be? I think it has to be the Cybermen. I absolutely love the Cybermen. They're my first ever villain I watched on TV. The Parallel Universe, you know, that story with the David Tennant and Rose and 2 Mickeys. That was my first ever story, and I think I've been hooked with them ever since. I just love them. They're us, upgraded and new and coming for you if you'll be deleted, because basically, if you're not wanting to be a Cyberman, if you're not compatible, they think they have to kill you, basically, because they think it's right, because they think it's fair, because you're suffering in this skin when you can be strong and metal and upgrade to a better cause, basically, and they'll never stop. They'll always come for you. They like the kids because meant to scare kids in Doctor Who, but also they like the kids because of their imagination, and they want to upgrade them more than anyone else. But they also want to upgrade the Doctor for all the knowledge they can get from and put into their archive system. And they're just definitely a big foe for the Doctor. and he's faced them many times and lost a few lives facing them, and they're always a treat to stick around and watch more Cybermen, more upgrades, more different versions, more menacing stories, and also flashbacks to past Cybermen is always a nice treat. So yeah, definitely the Cybermen at second, but right now at first is the Master. Now, yes, the Master is a very big and fun character, but he's also this Master. This is the Master I want back, basically. John Simm, Here Come the Drums. I absolutely loved meeting him because he was my favourite Master, basically. And he said he would be up for returning one day. He also said he loves Jodie Whittaker, but he feels like they want to do something different if they did bring the Master back. But the Master had such an amazing death. Missy killing John Simm, and John Simm killing Michelle Gomez, and that was a perfect death for him, the perfect way out for his character. But I'd love him to return the most. But if there was another Master, fair enough. The Master is always a key villain. Roger Delgado did it brilliantly. So did Missy. So did Anthony Eni. I can't say his name. You're gonna have a go at me in the comments for this. But yeah, I absolutely think the Master should return out of anyone else because he's so interesting and different. Maybe not Series 12, maybe Series 13, because it may be a bit too soon after the 12th Doctor story with him in. But any Master at all would be good to face off, man or woman. And yeah, I'd be interested to see the menacing take, because he's basically, the Master is the evil version of the Doctor if he had the chance. So you've got the Waters of Mars, where the 10th Doctor suddenly turns into the Master in a way, and he's like Time Lord victorious and all that. He turned into the Master in my eyes, and I thought, yeah, it would be good to see the dark side of the Doctor again. And maybe they might be brothers, but then that's a bit weird because Missy kills 12 and we're getting too much into that. But yeah, they're not brothers, they're best friends, I guess. And it's nice to see the Doctor's friend return one day, and it's nice to think John Simm could return too. My favourite villain, my favourite Master, and I got a chance to meet my favourite villain, which was an amazing opportunity. And yeah, he said he was up for returning, so why not? If he's up for it, let's do it. Anyway guys, you've been watching Go.2, thank you guys for watching, and I've got plenty more videos to come, but next week we will have London Comic Con. I'll be talking about what happens there, John Barrowman, Christopher Eccleston, Jenna Coleman, and hopefully a few more, because apparently this week, as I'm filming this, they haven't revealed any more Doctor Who people, but I would hopefully they upload a few more, get a few more, and I can get some more photo shoots. Would be nice. Hopefully I can get some autographs like I did here, as well as a photo, but I've definitely booked my photo shoot, so I'll be talking about my time with them, meeting these guests, and a bit about the event. So yeah, stick around for that. You've been watching Go.2, don't forget to subscribe, comment down below your favourite top 5 villains, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!